We all know that homelessness is a crisis in our communities, really across the country. And adults like to have a lot of conversations about it, whether that's in city council chambers or the legislature or things like that. But very rarely when we talk about homelessness in our communities, do we really see the face of an infant, a toddler, or a preschool child and think about how do they see the situation that they're in if they're from a homeless family. Many of them are just going about being a normal infant, toddler, or preschool kid. And then one day, mom and dad start fighting. They really don't know why. And then sometimes dad leaves. Then unfortunately, he never comes back. And then sometimes, mom starts crying a lot. And they don't know why mom's crying. They try to help her, but she's crying because she's by herself and she doesn't know what to do. And so sometimes even as a preschool, they try to step in and help and make it better, but they can't. And then they start hearing this word like eviction, this big word that they have no idea what it means. But what it really comes to mean for them is mom gives them a trash bag and she says, go to your room and pick up all the toys that you can fit in the trash bag because we have to go. And they don't understand where they're going, but they put all the stuff in their trash bag and then mom puts it in the car. They assume they're going to get to come back and get the rest of their toys, but for most of them, they'll never return because now they're a homeless family. And so mom has packed them all with their brothers and sisters in the car. They drive around. One day they might go to somebody's house they know and mom sleeps on the couch and they sleep on the floor with their brother and sister. And the next day, mom says, well, we got to go somewhere else. And so they go somewhere else and does the same thing over and over again. Again, they're scared. They don't know who these people are. They don't have their things that they're used to. And then one day they may end up in a big house or a really small apartment with a lot of strangers that they have no idea who these people are. And so it's scary to them. And so if they're in a big shelter or something like that, they don't have the foods that they like to eat. In the nighttime, people wake them up because they're arguing or there's just a lot of people around. And so this is what the vision of a child that's homeless looks like. They're scared. They don't understand. They don't understand why they can't go home. But then, for many of them, something amazing happens. And one day, mom puts them in the car and they come to a place called Vogel. And while they're not going to live here and they're not going to sleep here, they get to stay here all day long. And what they find here are not scary people, but they find people who love them and care for them. They get to learn so that when they go to kindergarten, they're going to be successful. They get to eat nutritious food. They even get to help make some of it in the garden as they grow their own vegetables and work with the gardener in the backyard. They also, when they don't feel good or they need a breathing treatment, they can go see the nurse at Vogel. They also are excited because mom gets to come to school with them and she goes upstairs and gets to do classes so that she can get a degree or maybe get a job so that they can go back home where they want to go. So this is an exciting thing for many kids at Vogel Alcove because it really does give them hope. It puts smiles back on their faces. But Vogel Alcove is expanding. And right now on our main campus, we can serve 134 of these kids and give them this amazing experience every single day in their world that has been turned upside down and they're in trauma. But during the day, they get this exciting opportunity. Well, because we are expanding, we get to serve more kids. But because we're expanding, our budget's growing. And so that is why we need your help. This spring, we are trying to raise $500,000 for our spring campaign as we expand our services to more kids so that they too can receive the amazing experiences that the children here at the main campus receive. So please help us. We'd love a donation and a gift from you to help provide more amazing experiences for the homeless children in Dallas.